Canada's inflation rate cools to 2.7% as grocery prices ease further. The annual inflation rate slowed to 2.7% in April, Statistics Canada said Tuesday, as cooling grocery price pressures offset higher fuel costs. Inflation on food bought from the grocery store slowed to 1.4% annually last month, down from 1.9% in March, according to the agency. Slowdowns in annual price growth for meat, non-alcoholic beverages, and bakery and cereal products helped to pull down the yearly inflation rate, Statcan said. Fruits, nuts, and seafood products, meanwhile, saw annual price declines. Taking a longer view, the agency noted that prices at the grocery store had jumped 21.4% from April 2021. But gas prices were growing at a faster annual pace as consumers paid 7.9% more month-to-month in April. Rising costs for rent and homeowners renewing their mortgages continue to put upward pressure on shelter inflation. April was particularly difficult for renters in Alberta, according to the agency. Rent prices were up 16.2% year-over-year in the province, almost double the 8.2% hike nationally. Prices rose on a month-to-month basis in April, but because the jump was smaller than the same time last year, the overall inflation rate slowed from 2.9% in March. April's report marks the fourth consecutive tame reading for the annual inflation index, noted BMO chief economist Doug Porter in a note to clients Tuesday morning. It also marks the final reading the Bank of Canada will get on price pressures ahead of its next interest rate decision on June 5th. All of the central bank's preferred metrics of core inflation also cooled below 3% in April, according to StatCan's report. The Bank of Canada has said it wants to see signs that the easing in underlying inflation will be sustained before it's ready to deliver cuts to its benchmark interest rate. Today's data should have provided the all-clear on the inflation front that the Bank of Canada needed to start cutting interest rates in June, said CIBC senior economist Andrew Grantham in a note to clients. Grantham pointed to Bank of Canada Governor Tiff Macklem's remarks at the time of the central bank's April rate hold, where he said monetary policymakers were encouraged by recent progress, but needed more signs of persistent cooling. Since then, the Bank of Canada has gotten to solid inflation reports, showing more easing, he noted. Porter said the soft April inflation report means the door is open for a rate cut, but it remains a close call. Porter said BMO has been leaning towards a June rate cut for the past 6 months. TD Bank's managing director and senior economist Leslie Preston said in a note that with core inflation still close to the top bound of the Bank of Canada's 1 to 3% target range, she believes the central bank will want to be patient and lean towards a July rate cut rather than June. Thanks for listening. Please follow